तो वो आपको यही बात बोलेंगे कि चाय से शुरू हुई थी सरकार और गाय पे अटक गई और विकास की मौसी 10 साल में रास्ते में भटक गई। Sir, exorbitantly high cost of cattle and poultry feed under the mismanagement of this sector by the current government and wholesale fodder inflation hovering between 25% to 28.6% in the last 2 to 3 years, it is a 9-year high. Sir, किसान खुद क्या खाएंगे? अपने परिवार के लोगों का खिलाएंगे? अपनी गाय भैंस भेड़ बकरी को क्या खिलाएंगे? सर, ऐसे ही वारदात होते हैं जहां गरीबी से जूझता हुआ एक किसान उसको अपनी गाय भेड़ बकरी को बेचने में मजबूर करते हैं और अंत में जाके वो अपनी खुद की जान ले लेते हैं। सर, पिछले 10 सालों में 1,12,000 किसानों ने इस देश में आत्महत्या की। एनसीआरबी की एक रिपोर्ट के अनुसार 10 साल में हर दिन इस देश में एवरेज में 30 किसान हर दिन अपनी जान ले लेते हैं। सर, इस देश के लोगों का यही है किस्सा कि जिसको जिताया वो राजा की तरह जाएगा और जिन्होंने जिताया वो फकीर की तरह। सर, ये बहुत गौरक्षा की भी बातें करते हैं। देश के लोगों को ये पता होना चाहिए that there is a fodder crisis in India and the union minister has himself stated in a written reply in Rajya Sabha that yes, the country is deficit in fodder. So it means that cows are dying without food in government-owned goshalas, especially the BJP-ruled state. 74,000 cattle had died at Panjrapols in Sundarnagar and Banaskantha district of Gujarat in the last 3 years. 200 cows were found dead in Madhya Pradesh's Shivpuri district. 173 cows allegedly died in a week in Chhattisgarh. And 74,016 cows had died in Hingonia Gaushala in Jaipur during the previous BJP government in Rajasthan. तो सर, पहले खाना ही नहीं मिला, फॉडर क्राइसिस, फिर मिल भी जाए तो इतना महंगा कि किसान खरीद ही नहीं पा रहा है, फॉडर इन्फ्लेशन, और सर खाना मिल भी जाए तो पशुओं की बीमारी। उससे मुकाबला करने के लिए इस सरकार ने क्या किया? The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Agriculture, Animal Husbandry and Food Processing presented its report which stated that 32.7 lakh cattle were infected by the viral lumpy skin disease across several states and a whopping 2.4 lakh cattle died within months. ये बोलते हैं कि गाय हमारी माता है पर माँ की रक्षा करना इन्हें नहीं आता है। अध्यक्ष महोदय, हम सब जानते हैं कि इस मिनिस्ट्री के अंतर्गत डेयरी भी आता है और भारत इस पूरी दुनिया में दूध के उत्पादन में नंबर 1 है, contributing to almost 24.46% of global milk production. But since the government has not been able to bridge the gap between demand and supply, it has successfully turned the country from being the largest producer of milk to an importer of milk. In the last 10 years, due to the stagnation in milk production, the gains of white revolution has been systematically whitewashed. The dairy farmers are forced to throw buckets of milk on the highway protesting against meager remuneration for their produce. And the price of milk, on the other hand, has increased by a massive 55% in the past 10 years. It was rupees 36 per litre in 2014 and now rupees 56 per litre in 2024. When this government came to power, the first thing the milk producing companies regulated by it did was to increase the price of milk by rupees 2 per litre. This was their revenge on the people of India for not providing a majority to the BJP. आम आदमी के दूध, छाछ, लस्सी, दही, पनीर पर 5% की जीएसटी, क्रीम, कंडेंस्ड मिल्क, मक्खन, घी पर 12% की जीएसटी और अमीरों के हीरो पर सिर्फ 1.5% की जीएसटी। सरकार उनको रिलीफ नहीं देती है जो विदेश में जाके मिल्क शेक और लाते की चुस्कियां लगाते हैं। ये सरकार उनको रिलीफ नहीं देती जो आम आदमी 2 पैकेट दूध खरीदने से पहले 10 बार सोचता है। सर, बचपन से हम सुनते आए थे कि संडे हो या मंडे रोज खाओ अंडे। इंडिया रैंक 2nd इन एग प्रोडक्शन इन द वर्ल्ड और अंडे का फंडा यही है सर कि भारत के बच्चों की किस्मत में महीने में एक अंडा नहीं मिलता। मिड डे मील के चलते हफ्ते में अगर एक आध अंडा मिल भी रहा था तो कहीं धर्म के नाम पे तो कहीं महंगाई के चलते उसे बंद करने की मांग उठ रही है। सर, more than 50% children under the age of 5 suffer from chronic malnutrition in the country and roughly 17% children are underweight, and yet most BJP ruled states do not serve eggs in midday meal scheme. This is the example of Poshan Kal in India. सर, अंत पे आते हैं मच्छी पे। आप लोगों को ज्यादा पसंद नहीं पर हम क्या करें, हम तो माछे भाते बंगाली है। हमको तो बोलना ही पड़ेगा. And not to forget that 2.8 crore fisher folk are employed directly in catching fish in the country, and millions are employed in the value chain of selling fish and aquaculture. India stands third in the world in the terms of fish production, contributing to 8% of global fish production, and ranks second in aquaculture production. The PM talks about blue revolution, but this government has allocated only 0.045% funds out of the total budget for the flagship scheme, Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampad Yojana. Even after this meager allocation, they did not utilize 39% of the funds, and in 23-24, they did not utilize 24% of the funds allocated. और सर, भले ही सरकार को मणिपुर शब्द से एलर्जी हो, but the fact remains that 1.5 years of lack of governance in the state has led to endangering of the fish species in India's largest freshwater body in Manipur, the Loktak Lake. So the government has to generate employment opportunities, investment in areas such as exports, post-harvest processing, and import substitution. It has to deal with adversities like overfishing, depleting of fish stocks, pollution, disease outbreak, destruction of habitat, and climate change. So my own parliamentary constituency has assembly constituencies like Baruipur, Shonarpur, Bhangor, which are heavily dependent on these sectors for livelihood. Main crops grown are wheat, rice, vegetable, fruit, oilseed, pulses, cotton and jute, and animal husbandry is practiced mostly by women in the self-help groups in the South Chobbish Pargona. They rear a wide range of domestic animals, including cattle, poultry, goat, particularly the black Bengal goat and the Pekin duck. And I take extreme pride in saying that in the last 5 years of the TMC government, the CM Mamata Banerjee has allocated a massive amount of 76,680 crore to agriculture and its allied sectors for their development. The government of West Bengal has achieved remarkable success in implementation of state schemes, namely Bangla Dairy. The state-owned company is providing financial incentive at the rate rupees 11.5 per litre of raw milk directly to the bank accounts of primary dairy farmers through milk unions. Bangla Dairy procured 3.55 crore kg milk in 2023, for which